Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. So today I'm not sure if Andrei will be joining us a bit later, but he must have had an emergency. So I'm going to start the presentation of this fabulous island, Islas Secas. So you are flying to Panama City, PTY. We pick you up at the gates. Then we'll take you straight to your private plane section where you clear custom and when someone will actually deliver your own luggage. So a 15-seater plane, the cost is about $2,000 each way for up to 4 guests. And 1 hour later, you land on one of those islands. So 14 islands in the Pacific side. The Gulf is called the Gulf of Chiriquí. You're in the Pacific side of Panama. And one island is where it's called Cavada. That's the largest island. And that's where you have the airstrip and where you have the tiny little resort, only 7 casitas. As you can see above the jetty, you have a 1-bedroom casitas. Right in front of you, you have a 4-bedroom casitas. And on the right side, you have you can see the rooftop of the 2-bedroom casitas. Above the beach on your left, you have 3 tented casitas. So it's all walking distance. Where you have the jetties, where we have the sports center. And then on the beach on the right side, that's where we have the restaurants and the pool and the spa, and the airstrip will be just behind. So here it is, as you said, not very far from each other. We do have golf cart in case someone doesn't want to walk too much. And this is a beautiful setup. If you speak Spanish, you would realize that Islas Secas mean the dry island. And the reason is because of the low tide. There is a low tide around the 14 island. And that's why I think we have more the water, the color of the water is more the Caribbean water rather than the darker Pacific and deeper water. So here is the main restaurants on the beach. You have outdoor dining. The food is absolutely amazing. And it's actually come as a surprise. You would not expect that, I would say, so far from the coast. And the chef can cook vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free. You just have to ask. We set 7 casitas, 75 people to serve you, staff member. So it's a great ratio. And the island, even if you don't do a buyout, every guest would probably feel that they have their own private island. With so much staff to serve you, everyone is doing their own things. One couple might go diving, the other one fishing, the other one hiking, or a solo traveler and family. There is plenty to do for everyone. So you see what I mentioned about the low tide. Have a look at the color of the water. It shows really that it is low tide all around the island. This is the main pool. You never have, when I've been there already 3 times, and it was always me, myself, and someone else, and that's it. No more than 2 people at once. Most of the casitas have their own planche pool, except the tented casitas. This is the leading category. So now the leading category will start at $2,500 a night for 2 guests and all inclusive. So this one have a beautiful deck. The room is definitely oversized, the bedroom, and the bathtub, no planche pool, but a bathtub on the deck, full privacy. We have 3 of those. They are displayed like in a star. You cannot see your neighbors, they can't see you. And it's really lovely, I would say. A great success for honeymooners with this. This is the only one. That was the one above the jetty that I mentioned at the beginning. This is the only one in Hardwood called our Casita Mirador, which has a large bathroom on the side. And as you can see, there were a planche pool as well, a little separate area for dining and lounging. My favorite, the 2-bedroom Casita Sombras. And this one has its private beach, which I think it's priceless. Again, have a look at the water. Doesn't look at all like Pacific water. And I think it's important to mention it to your clients if they worry a little bit of being on the Pacific side. What I like is each casitas has their own little privacy, meaning no other clients could be walking by mistake close to your casitas, because each casitas has a wall in stone and a little wooden door. So you come in first in your mini little garden or area. So it's really, really nicely done. So you can see clearly that the 2 bedrooms are well separate. They connect through the deck. And when you go a few steps down, and you have the plunge pool, lounging area, and then on the right side, you have steps to go to your private beach. So that's kind of priceless. Another 2-bedroom, again, clearly the larger palapa rooftop are the bedrooms, so they just connect on the deck. You have a small palapa are for the lounging area and the dining area and the plunge pool. So it's beautifully done. It's all, you know, certified wood that's gonna last long. They don't need to be rebuilt. They want to have the lowest impact possible on the island. They recycle the water that is used. The food is being dried. It's incredible what they're doing. Huh? They're really sustainable property, and they're giving back a lot to the local community. So here is our 4-bedroom that I mentioned. That's the only one. As I said, this one has 2 connecting rooms in the middle. So you have 2 on the right side, which are connecting, and then 2 separate. So this is it. They can change the bedding also. The spa is divided in two tents. And I would think each guest has their own environment. You know, that's where you have your shower, you can get undressed, you can have a bathtub. So it's really nice to have your own privacy. The activity area, this is just a little corner with a food bar, but you also have a full room for fishing equipment, which is amazing, and so on. You have a great team. They are very, very versatile. You have great teacher for diving. If you have not dived for many, many years, they just get you, they type your number. If you had a PADI, but you forgot totally about it, they will type your name. They just hit your birthday, and that's it. Your PADI will come up, and then you can go diving with them, or they can teach you how to dive. Huh? So this is all inclusive, as I said, not only food and beverage, all alcohol, but also the unlimited scuba diving, not only every day, but as many tanks you want per day, sea bobbing, e-foiling, and you have enough stuff to show you and teach you everything. So another attractive things on the island is you have a lot to do, to see. You have the hiking, birds, but in the ocean, you have the whale in summer. It's one of the best places in the world for fishing and just to diving. Huh? So let's see if Andrei has been able to join us. Here he is. I hope he has enjoyed my presentation. So my dear Andrei, hello, Andrei.
Hello, everyone. I've been looking at your great
presentation
to present Secas, and I ran through an emergency, and I couldn't just make it on time. So
that's what I thought. That's what I thought. You're never late, and so I hope it's okay and everything is fine. Huh?
Voilà. Yeah, everything is good. It happens that in hospitality, it's normally what you think you're going to do and what you end up doing, but definitely not to affect webinars that I really enjoy.
Yeah, thank you. So I think, I don't know when you joined because I was not able to see at the same time. Huh? I don't know if you have anything you feel I should mention. Maybe we could speak more about sustainability. Also, maybe we have some question about the flight. For example, Christy said, when there is other guests who are going to be arriving from the same plane, from international and want to go to Islas Secas, are they, how do you share, split the cost with them? And if you have any details to give on this.
Yes, as a fact, we were having a meeting about how to make it easier for our guests to take the private flight to Secas. So we are coming up with a schedule so that we have set times in which guests can just plan according to set the schedule. But if they want to do a different one, they can go on a different schedule. But we're actually working on those final schedules so we can provide you like what days and what times you can come and just join with other guests and come to.
And then have a better pricing than the one who will be totally private and more spontaneous time-wise, correct?
Correct. And this is because we've had many times in which we have just a couple inquiring about the flight. And since our cost is based on a minimum of 4 people, if we have more people joining, then they split the cost, but they would like to know how much it'll be not waiting if someone else joins the flight later on. So we came up with this idea of, we actually already suggested the itinerary. We're working with the airline operator just to make sure that we're covering all the possible questions and get the most efficiency in the plane to make it easier for our guests.
Yeah. So anything you want to say about sustainability? I spoke about the reusable water, the food that is dehydrated, but you want to elaborate a little more?
Yeah, I like to mention.
Because this is the trend. People wants to give, the clients wants to give back. So I want people to know that when they come to Islas Secas, it's not going to be a treat only for themselves, but they're also doing a lot for the community.
Yeah, it's important to know that Islas Secas is not just 7 casitas on an island, but it's a whole archipelago of 14 islands. And this is just because our wonderful owner had this vision about protecting the archipelago. So he bought the whole archipelago. And his vision is always been to create the most sustainable possible operation. So we are our own municipality. We're basically 100% off the grid. We produce our own solar energy, our own water. We treat all of our water, our waste management system. And we try to be not just sustainable, but as regenerative as we can. So we have wonderful staff members like Benny, which is our Director of Conservation and Sustainability. And he's always the one seeing how we can have a much more greener operation, as well as how we can always be impacting the local communities. We have the Islas Secas Foundation, which is funded privately, and the whole purpose of the foundation is to work on the give back to communities and to be part of the community as well. So we're very proud to say that we have gone above and beyond as much as we can in order to be not just a very luxury getaway destination, but also a total commitment with the environment as a whole. And of course, that involves the local employment, the communities, our sustainable practices.
I think also you have an amazing wildlife, both in the ocean and on land. Would you like to speak a little more about it?
Yes, we have a lot of hiking trails. So we like our guests to go on the hiking trails and not just appreciate the beautiful variety of birds that we have, and some iguanas and crabs that look like an army when depending on the season, but also to learn about the cultural side of the country. There is so much history in Panama, and definitely through our nature hikes, enjoying nature. Benny will always, and the rest of the team will also be teaching you a little bit about the history of Panama and things like why El Canal has happened and how this has transitioned, how is the tourism position in Panama in the map, because such an easy location to fly to with such a beautiful diversity with the Pacific and the Atlantic side, as well as these beautiful islands.
And the temperature is the same all year long. So it's you have a little more rainy season on that right now, but the rest of the year, I mean, the whole year, the temperature is basically the same. So it's lovely.
Correct. It's beautiful all year round, pretty much the same temperature. Of course, during the rainy season, it's greener and it looks a bit drier, but it's still always very lush during the summertime. And we have the well seasons. We have the wells that come in from July through October, November, and then we have the other well arrivals in summertime. So there is always something going on around us just because of our location in relation to the Ecuador.
And each time I went there, I could see turtles and dolphins. They're right around the island, and they follow the boats, especially the dolphin.
Yes, and this is why this is such a beautiful place to discover either paddle boarding or kayaking, You might see the stingrays, you might see turtles, you might see a whale jumping in the water. Diving, as you said, we are a certified PADI center, so you can also certify yourself, or you can just come and practice around the archipelago. We got over 20 diving spots with Maria, which is our dive instructor, and Laura, which is our dive master.
How many you have in the team, the activity? Because there are a lot of them, huh?
Yes, the whole activities team, because we have the boats, etc. It's 13 people.
13 people.
We have 5 tour guides full-time for only 7 keys.
So imagine with 7 casitas to have just even 13 people just for the activities, the nautic activities.
Oh, there is so much to do. Just boating around the archipelago. We'll have one of our wonderful waiters opening some champagne and cheese and fruit, and while you can look at the frigate birds that come once a year to Coco Island, or you can see the different type of wildlife, water wildlife that we have around. So we're always keeping our guests busy. It's all about the outdoor doing activities.
And Christy, yes, all the activities are included. So the only one maybe is when you go a little further, when you go to, if you go surfing, which is like 45 minutes away by boat, and this would have an extra charge. But everything around the island, or Coiba Island, which is also 45 minutes, but all the other activities are around the archipelago and they're all included. Correct, Andrei?
Correct. Everything that you do in the archipelago, it's part of the experiences that you have on our package rates. I call them package rates because at the end it's a whole package. And you can do the diving, the hikes, the paddleboarding, e-foiling, sea bob, fishing in the archipelago, yoga, spa, and the gastronomy, which is really what we have positioned Secas as a really nice foodie offering for demanding clients.
Yeah, I also know you have some experiences that, of course, are included. For example, your clients can take a canoe, go around the island, and then someone will wait for them on the beach on the other side with a picnic. So it's an ideal spot for a proposal, for anything. So no one would know that there is something waiting for you. You have also a lovely picnic on a private beach on one of the other islands. And it can be as simple as just a little picnic or a full table, barbecue, umbrella, and all the toys that you bring. It's
correct. It all depends on how many nights you're staying in Secas, but of course, the more nights you spend, the more you will keep us busy, making sure that every day is different and it's special. Yeah. And that and most important is that it's making sure that you see all the beautiful hidden spots that we have around us.
What else would you like to say? So we said, Christy, yes, hikes are included. Is there any other question that you would like to ask? Or Andrei, do you see any other things? Because I know it very well. I think it's extraordinary. It's close to the US. We see more and more people from Mexico, from Brazil, more Latin American are actually, because they all have direct flight to Panama, but decided to spend more time here. And you're definitely, everyone is talking about Islas Secas.
No, all I have to say is that we really take the vacation time as serious as it is, and we want to make sure that every guest is exceeded on every expectation in regards to the quality of experiences that we deliver. And I'm happy to say that we have been immaculating, delivering that to every single guest that has visited Islas Secas, and that's our goal, and that's what keeps us motivated, and we just want to keep on doing it better and better. We want every guest to miss us every time they leave, and of course to walk them happy of the property.
But I know that some already booked more than once. They came back. And some travel advisor also have sent you, when they start sending you, giving back the feedback they got from their clients and many more. So we have seen all this. So it's really impressive. Jill, you're asking one way, round trip or one way. So maybe are we still speaking about the private plane? It's 2,000 $2,000 for up to 4 guests one way. But as Andrei is saying, now they're putting together a fixed time, setup time for the plane, so they will know in advance how many people are taking that plane, and then you will inform the guests of the costs. Christy, actually, it was you who said, when is the air flight paid? So Andrei, if you are waiting maybe for other people to come to the plane, when are you going to be able to give the rate for the plane? Because usually they pay the plane when the time of booking.
Yes, and soon we'll have all those specific answers. We have been working on it, and we want this to be as easy for the guests as it can for them to arrive.
Yeah.
But soon we will, you're always circulating, and Dominique is such a wonderful representative, and we're keeping Dominique updated with the news. So we will, the whole idea will be that you will be taking care of this ahead of your stay, so that you will know how much the airline is going to cost. So we're figuring out what will be the factor for the fixed rate on a shared service on fixed dates and times.
Christy, you're asking if there is any travel advisor rate. So maybe at the last minute, because with 7 accommodation and we're pretty, you should see the agenda. I have the live agenda for 2022. And somebody was asking me for a buyout, and there were nothing before May 18 or something.
Of course, we can work that out depending on the date and how busy we are, of course, but it's critical for us that your clients or yourself experience the property, because there is nothing. I can spend 2 hours trying to explain what Islas Secas is all about, and of course it helps, but there is nothing just like coming and experience it yourself.
Yeah, so we'll do more fun trips. I'm working on Andrei. So that's the best way.
Yes.
Do I understand correctly that sport fishing by boat is included as well?
You can do fishing around the archipelago. If you do like half day or full day deep sea fishing, that will have an extra cost. So again, if it's in the archipelago,
everything is included.
Right. If you want to go far out on one of our jets, those are available at an extra cost.
Tom, you want to know, can a boat transfer from Boca Chica be arranged?
The transfer from Boca Chica can be arranged if that's the way to come. We normally do this as a service transfer, just because getting to Boca Chica, actually Boca Chica is closer to us. Yeah, we can pick up in Boca Chica with no problem.
Yeah, if you have clients who are around the area, probably they are not going to go back to, but you can also have a 15 minutes air transfer from David on your private plane.
Yeah, that's what we have managed. If we have guests that are flying internationally, privately or private to David, then we handle their customs and migrations, and then we do a 15-minute flight from David to Islas Secas.
Christy, you said, what happens if I only have one couple? So I don't follow much. Is it for the plane? Usually it's one couple in the plane. The plane is $2,000 for one couple, 1 person to 4.
Yeah, and I'm very close to have a very solid answer to that, but I just want to say that because this is a common question, especially with you have a couple ahead of time wanting to book their vacation and they want to know how much is the plane. Yeah. This is why we're going to have a fixed rate, no matter if at the end they flew just the 2 of them or if they have 6 other people with them. That's what we're working on.
Okay, but then it would be a better rate because it's a fixed time.
Correct.
Correct. Perfect. All right. Christy, you said, I thought they said minimum of 4 person for the charter. No, up to 4. Up to 4. The price of 2,000 is 1 person, 2, 3, up to 4 person. They pay the same price. And after that, the add-on was what, $400, $500 per person each way? Something
around that much. Let's remember that the plane is
15 seaters.
You can fly 15 people with luggage.
Yep. So Tom, you're happy that David as well is good. And anything else before we say goodbye? Andrei, do you have any news? You're reopening the the resort is closed for the rainy season, or also the staff taking their vacation as well. That's
yes, we have been always polishing the Yule, as I call it. We have beautiful, brand new wooden dock, and I have some ideas to share with you about that. And yeah, we are working on beautiful landscape and also on the ranchos. We're always polishing.
Yes,
probably the right word, seca, so that it's ready after the rainy season for another season. So we have a full buyout right when we open.
19, yeah.
November 19th. We're very happy about that. And yeah, no, other than that, it's just getting better than ever.
Yeah, and I mentioned quickly the food, but your chef is a wonder. Definitely.
We have a wonderful culinary team, and our chef probably is getting more followers than our own Instagram.
I know.
Because everyone is loving him. They're trying to steal my chef, but I'm willing to take the fight on that.
Yeah, because it's not only a great chef professionally, but he's really a nice person to hang with.
No, I think that's the beauty of Islas Secas. When you have a property this small, I'm personally always welcoming every guest, and I'm with them through the whole time. So it is everyone. So it is our conservation manager. So it is our chef. So it is our concierge team. We really get to know our clients very well, and they get to know us as well.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, Andrei. So I hope everything is good on your side. You're excited to reopen soon, and so you're going to be starting to be very busy, of course, now to get all this ready. And we'll see you for another webinar. Thank you, everybody. Buenas tardes. We see we have friends from all over the Americas joining us. And it's an amazing property. And Christy, I took good notes to put you on the list with me on the fun trip. All right. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a good end of the day. And thank you, Andrei. Stay in your
Thank you, Dominique. Always nice seeing you. Thank you all for your time. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.